Hi guys, this is MJ from the Reformed Blogger, welcoming you to a new series where we're partnering up with Anthony from Wall Street Trader to discuss some long-term opportunities. Today's name is Zscaler, ticker ZS. We think this is a pretty good cybersecurity play. As you know, we've been working remotely for almost 2 years now. And as we all continue in this environment, it's very important to protect whichever work environment you're connecting to. So, Zscaler is the platform that enables that. Zscaler basically is the creator of what they call Zero Trust Exchange. Their platform is built on exactly what it says. You trust no one initially. The only way you can trust some server or some platform that you connect to is by exchanging some credentials and agreeing that you're a trustworthy partner or other platform. So that's what they're built on. I have a couple of neat things here I want to show you before moving to the second part with Anthony, who's going to take us through the fundamentals of the stock and our thoughts on it. So, we're starting with just, I wanted to quickly highlight an event that happened recently with the iPhone 13 introduction. There was some type of scammer that tried to scam the Apple event for the launch. And what they did was they did basically a very legit website, 2021 apple.org. They had a video that, Tim Cook, similar individual, appeared on YouTube. The Apple logo looks pretty legit, as you can see. And then they were giving up cryptocurrency. So the reason I bring this example is Zscaler has a very strong AI, artificial intelligence platform. So they detect behavior. So in this case, what they detected was, when Apple has these events, they would never give away a non-Apple product. If they would give away anything, it would always be an Apple product. So in this case, it was easy for them to detect a scam. I want to show their dashboard that shows you the threats out there. This is their dashboard, and it just shows you, how many events they have been protecting. How is the software performing across the globe? It also here shows you the level of traffic that's being encrypted and non-encrypted. Obviously, encrypted traffic is what we favor since, if you get the data, if it's encrypted, you still have to unencrypt it to understand the data versus it's unencrypted, it's open and you can know right away. And here we'll also show you, level of threats, transaction process, policies, all of that. Pretty powerful tool, and you can go on their website and really dig into this stuff and show a lot of detail. This is the global threat, and give it a second here. It takes a second to load up, but you'll see how powerful this is. It shows you the whole globe. It shows you, threats, categories. It shows you the names. It's very, very powerful way of monitoring what's happening in the cloud. Um, and with that, I'm going to pass it over to Anthony, who will continue to discuss the fundamentals of the stock and our thoughts on where we think this software is.
Thanks, MJ. Hi, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to go through this price action right now. It's September 22nd, 2021. Now, fair to say, this thing has really only had 3 years of price action, 3.5 years, I'd say, around March, May time frame. Since then, this thing kind of knew exactly where it wanted to go, because if you can't notice this giant channel going up in yellow, we're going to have to go and send you to the optometrist, because this is dazzling. I mean, look at how this thing has performed. Now, we've had an aberration over here in the September to May timeframe. One was very macro, which was the COVID-19. The other had to do with a bad earnings release, but to be expected. It's an IPO. A lot of times after the first few quarters, first 5, 7, 8, the first couple of years it has to try to find its footing and get its rhythm right in terms of earnings, in terms of preparation, et cetera, et cetera. So clearly they missed on one earnings announcements back then in September of 2019, and then really got decimated in March. But who didn't? March of 2020 with COVID. So that's a macro event. I'm not worried about that one bit. Now, where are we at right now? We're still trending very, very up. I mean, this is not stopping here. So let's take a look at what's going on in terms of the 50 and 200-day moving averages. Now, the green 50-day moving average is certainly starting to peel, like, hitting the gas, while it looks like the 200-day moving average in red is actually slowing down, which is actually really good. This widening gap where you have the 50-day moving average over the 200-day moving average is a great sign. It shows that more recent price action is really showing a lot of bullishness. So from a momentum play, we're in great shape, no questions about it. Now let's take a look at some of the shorter term trends. And I've put one out here for you, but let me hide this 50-day, 200-day moving average line and put up the shorter term trend line that I've recently identified. It's in green. Beyond the channel itself, we have this green shorter term trend line, which is really kind of contributing to that 50-day moving average, really speeding it up and putting that, increasing that gap between the 50 and 200-day moving average. And it has to do with this price action right here. We hit it once here, hit it a couple of times here, hit it a couple of times here. So, it's really, really looking good here. If you want to buy it and you want to be cheap, you can get it at 271, but it's 277. Don't be so cheap. Another 1%, 1% premium on it won't kill you. You're not going to get rich on 1%. So, look, I think it's a good long-term buy for sure. Price action-wise, it looks really good on the short term. We have a couple of macro events going on over the next week or two, so I just, word of caution there. And just to note, MJ and myself are not financial advisors, so please tread carefully. Speak with your own financial advisor. We don't know anything about your positions, your financial situations, and your risk objectives. So anyway, I'm out. This looks good. Talk soon.